Did you get it?
Diamond Tribe is live. Just going to kick off with a couple shout outs. We have Success Club on the board. We have Paige and Aaron both with 10. Woo-hoo! They also hit the 515 challenge. For those of you that are new or just don't know what that is, I have a challenge for all of you coaches that if you hit Success Club 5 by the 15th of the month, you get a special prize for me. So they're both looking like they're going to tie for top coach. So they're going to get extra prizes this month. They'll get the 515 prize and the top coach prize. So we also have Missy with 6. Good job, Mystical. Then we have Keith and Ron with 2, which actually means Whitney and Misty. Natalie with 2, Miranda with 2, Wes with 2, Jessica with 2, and Trish with 2. Way to get points on the board. People, you still have not very long, 2.5 hours. Get on that shit. Sell some shit. Or just prepare for next month. We had a plan. Misty might have to help me. Just real quick, couple dates. I'll make a calendar like I always do, but we're going to be doing our next sneak peek. We're going to try something different. We're going to try something different, flip-flop it around, just seeing what works, what doesn't work, just like everything else. This is trial and error. But we're going to attempt a webinar.
Yay!
Yay! On Tuesday the 19th. We're going to do it in pajamas with wine or seltzer water if you're on 21 Day Fix Extreme. Whatever, the glass makes it fun. Just whatever, pajamas. We'll make it so if people don't want to be seen, they don't have to be seen. I'll work on, after the 4th, after this weekend, I'll work on an invitation post that you guys can tweak and share. But we have plenty of time to advertise for that. Just let's make sure to advertise for this time. I feel like our last 2 sneak peeks were a little weak, including myself. I was rushing the day of to try to get people in there. So really it's good to build some hype. We'll try to be better. We'll create an event page and try to even do better about creating hype within the event page before we start. Sharing pictures of the team, stuff like that. And getting excited for Summit, just little stuff like that. We can share past pictures of Summit, yada, yada, yada. Summit's coming up. Speaking of, that's a good segue to Summit. That just worked out nicely. The 4 of us are going. Trish, you'll be missed. Jump on a freaking plane.
I know.
I have a house. So that's going to be amazing. Country Heat's coming out, and Summit also, they always release something else. So last year they released the performance line and all the Shakeology boosts. And we had, what was the fitness program? Was it Size? Yeah, Size. And then we're going to be in Core, which has all the wear and share. It's like the best thing ever. So whoever is hitting Success Club, I'm going to be bringing back special t-shirts for you guys with your favorite program. So make sure you're hitting Success Club by the time I'm in Summit. Another cool thing, just real quick about Summit, is they always release tickets that are cheap. So they're $99 while we're at Summit, and they are limited. They go really, really fast. Like literally, when I post about it in the team page, you guys freaking buy one, because otherwise you're $270.
That's what I did last year. That's exactly what I did last year. And then they sent me an email and they refunded it to me because I had hit Success Club.
For the 3 months?
Yes, for 3 months. And so they just said, you've earned your ticket for free. Here, and they refunded the $99 that I put down for it.
Perfect. So unless you hit Success Club in your first 3 months of coaching and you won your ticket, just make sure you're watching. All 4 of us will be posting in the group. We'll be letting you guys know all the stuff that's coming out. Just make sure when we say the tickets are available, you jump on that right then and there. Because literally by the time we were flying home from Summit, the discounted tickets were already sold out.
Yeah, that happened in Vegas the year before, too. Before we even came home, they sold out.
Yep.
So imagine how many new coaches we get every year, and they're trying to keep up with that. So purchase them fast.
Yeah,
You want the
exactly.
goo?
And we'll be giving you guys lots of heads up for that kind of stuff. I wanted to open up the call to badass coaches that are just killing it. Paige and Aaron. Aaron's hit Success Club since she started. She just literally signed up to be a coach, and she's just flourished and gone, and she's just a little Success Club magnet. And Paige is just rocking it. She's working her booty off. She's working a system, and it's just really, really working for her. I know Paige and Missy both have been using the Teamzy. I don't know if you guys have heard of that yet. I used it when it first came out, and I did not love it. but it sounds like it's doing amazing things now. So I'm going to let them talk amongst themselves. So who looks like Paige is busy with the baby? So Erin, you want to kick it off? Just let us know what you've been doing, what's been working for you,
Sure.
what your strategy is, all that jazz.
Okay, I think that what really helped me from when I first started, that I was really serious about personal development. So I made sure that I do personal development every day, and I take advantage of the fact that every spare moment that I have, I'm listening to something. So if it's a YouTube video from top coaches or from Josh Coates or from audiobooks or whatever, I just make sure that I'm not wasting any time. At first, I had a really hard time keeping up with like my contact list and how to manage all of that, but I started using Teamzy now too. And I started using Teamzy like 2 weeks ago, and I love it. Like, I'm able to contact 2 or 3 times as many prospects as I would before. And yeah, it's like I'm able to just like hurry up and copy and paste everything. It's been a lot easier for me to have conversations with people. So it just ends up being more natural. Like, I don't feel as salesy as I did in the beginning, to where I just didn't know what to say. But now it's like I'm actually building relationships.
And that comes from practice of talking to so many people also,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. Like, it just is a lot easier now because I've been doing it more.
Right.
Another thing that's working is like the Instagram thing. So when I went through the Art of Recruiting training, like my second month in with Josh Coates, it's like a 4-week training, and he was telling us about how to pinpoint people on Instagram, like how to target specific people. And I have a hard time figuring out my brand, but I am a clinical lab scientist, so I just looked hashtag clinical lab science and met tons of people who are also CLSs and have these conversations going with them and all that. And then also, like, anytime we have a run around Bakersfield, like the Wind Wolves run, hashtag Wind Wolves Preserve run. And then I just like kept on talking to them. So I actually met a few people from there who are interested in.
So you're going to the hashtag and you're like going to these people's pages and you're liking their stuff and you're commenting on their stuff and you're developing relationships that way.
No, I don't even do all that. I follow them and then message them on Instagram.
Oh, you follow?
Hi, love your page. Yeah, and that's it. I don't even do that whole thing. I just go straight to messaging them.
Love it.
Saying like, hi, love your page. I see that you're also a CLS. How long have you been there? Or whatever, something like that. So, because I know that originally that he had taught us was.
Sorry, I didn't mean
yeah,
to.
Yeah.
You find that
based on the hashtag that I'm looking for?
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
I love that.
Yeah, it's like based on the hashtag that I'm looking for. That's what I put in the message. Like, oh, hi, I didn't get to go to the Wind Wolves run. How was it? I love it. I love going there, or something like that. And then so it doesn't seem like I'm being a creeper.
Well, and then just like in Facebook, right? Just like in Facebook, we're trying to take things off of commenting on a picture and taking it into private messaging. Same thing on Instagram. Cool.
Yeah.
I have a dumb question. How do you message someone on Instagram? I'm not a big Instagram.
Yeah, so like on the app, if you right above, like it's like in the upper right hand corner, there's 3 dots, or Droid at least. If you click on those 3 dots, it'll say message. And then
I guess I've only done that on my own picture, so I didn't know.
Yeah, and then sometimes it's kind of hard because it's not as easy to see it on Instagram. And then if you go to your home page on your Instagram, there's a little mailbox on the top right corner. And that's where you'll check your messages. And I usually try to transition people into after I've had a long conversation with them and it seems like, we click, I'll just ask them, oh, hey, do you have a Facebook page so I can add you as a friend? Because I really like to keep positive people on my page or something like that. And then
mine only says share to Facebook, share to Messenger, tweet, copy, share.
Go to their actual profile. Go to the person's profile.
Oh, in their profile.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to the image. Okay. And then the 3 dots?
Yes. And then it should say,
Oh, send message.
uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, then I usually just like ask them, hey, do you have a Facebook page? If you don't, it's cool. It's just easier to use Facebook Messenger or something like that. And then I've been able to build my Facebook friends that way too.
I love it. I love it. Good
Work
tip.
for
Thank
me.
you.
Yeah.
Instagram's good. And Instagram, I find when you do find your people, I feel like they're the most, like they're like your niche. Like once you get talking to them, it's like an easier sell. Like they're already kind of like on your page. And maybe it's because like on Instagram, you're a little bit more like to the point with your posts. I don't know what it is, but they're usually, once you finally get them, I feel like they're more susceptible to being easier.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Anything else?
Yeah, I agree. No, I think that's it, because that's just what I've been doing, and then just keeping up on my Teamzy, and it seems like it's working better than it was before, like being lost in the dark and not really getting a good grasp on my contact list and just doing like Excel spreadsheets for days,
And tons
So
of
I've been just sticking to that.
Yeah. Cool. Well, those are great tips. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Paige, are you okay?
Yeah, I think.
Poor Mama Bear.
Oh my God.
All right. What have you been doing that's working? Rockstar.
Hi, Keith. So give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
Okay.
What do you want, Brian?
Sorry, I'm dealing with like this terrible eczema outbreak, so I'm just trying to cover her with all the clothes that I can, and she keeps taking them off. My little nudist. So, anyways, I don't know, lately Instagram has been like my jam. I've been kind of targeting that more than anything because I find it, at first, I found it really hard to kind of talk to people on Instagram rather than Facebook. And now I'm finding it more difficult to start conversations through Facebook than it is through Instagram. I was in a lot of mom support groups, single mom support groups, some religious type support groups, things like that, just like single parent kind of deal. Then just like this baby babble support group that turned into this like It Works distributor thing that was crazy. I know. So I got a ton of friend requests, but 80% of them were It Work distributors. So I had to go through my whole list, get rid of all those people because I don't want them on my page. So I did find like a niche in those people, and a lot of the people that I talk with are single moms or Army spouses, even though I'm kind of like an ex-Army spouse now, but I've had the experience and kind of
relate
to them.
Yeah.
So
that might be a whole other group, ex-Army wife.
I have used that hashtag. I have used ex-Army wife, or whatever. So, and that's part of my story that I've shared, but I find now that Instagram is like a whole different way of talking to people. And how I just start out is the whole triceps training things changed everything for me. The Sarah Tri 60 Days to Diamond, it put me on the map. I mean, well, first coming out in January to Huntington Beach to Saturday, and then after that, when the Sarah triceps came out, it was just like, bam, I know what to do. And so I kind of took from her little book that she had after I completed it, and we had an amazing coach sneak peek that first time around, and I had a lot of people in there. Unfortunately, a lot of people didn't really, they were so into it, and then they avoided me like the plague. I don't know what happened. I've recently come across and talked to a couple of them lately, and they've been going through some stuff, and so they're kind of waiting on the right time. So that kind of stalled me, and I got discouraged. But I've kind of started over, and I've just started rewatching the videos, but I took the main pieces of paper from there, and it's basically there's a daily tracker. And so your daily tracker is your workout, you drink your Shaco, you have your 30 minutes of personal development, 2 new conversations on Instagram, 2 new conversations on Facebook. You do 30 minutes of liking and commenting on Instagram hashtags, which is what Erin was talking about. You target your audience, like the hashtags you use, like I use dog mom or tech girl or college student, and I'll click those hashtags and I'll go and like and comment and just kind of go through and just kind of make my presence known, and then people will follow me back through that. Also, you need 1 new Instagram prospect, so like somebody who you think will become a customer. So, and then 2 new Facebook friends, and post to social media 2 to 3 times a day. So that's every single day, Sunday through Saturday. So I cheat a little bit on Instagram. I use Instagress. Not only do I use Instagress, but I do it myself as well. Like once I get her to sleep, I do at least an hour of just sending messages to people or just commenting and liking, and then Instagress does it for the whole rest of the day for me. So I will set up like my comments. I've totally personalized it to where it'll comment on something for me based on hashtags or the type of profile I'm looking for, and it'll be I've personalized my own comments too. So like, it's not just awesome or great job or that looks good or just smiley face or the generic ones. It was just like, that's amazeballs or that looks delicious or, you rock or things like that. And so when it'll comment it doesn't seem so robot-ish. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've ever like used hashtag love and then you get this person that says, that's great. And they didn't read your post. They're just a robot. Right. But so I use that, and it costs I think it's like $25 for 3 months, and to me that's worth it. That's worth every penny. It runs for 24 hours. It follows and unfollows people. So people who don't already follow me, it'll unfollow them, and it'll switch cycles. You just play around with it. You can switch up. So you can follow 500 people. Once you reach that 500, it'll switch to the unfollow cycle. And so it'll unfollow all the people that aren't following you back. And so that way you're not like, your profile doesn't look like, okay, so you have 4,000 followers, but you're following like 6,000 people. So it doesn't look like, a lot of people can't relate to that.
Right.
But I also look for certain hashtags. So I've done like mom life, tech girl, tech junkie, college student, college girl, college mom, single mom. My hashtags that I target, it's a long, long list, but it goes through and it runs for the whole 90 days until you stop it, change things up if you want to just add a hashtag in there or delete something. And it really helps you do that extra work that you can't do. Like for me, I work part-time, and then I raise her by myself, and then now school's starting in August. So it's like Instagress has been saving my life. Last semester, Instagress was
and it just gets more
the only reason I was
stuff. So that's like okay.
And you were right. When I first mentioned Instagress to you, you do get a lot of weird people sometimes, like, just people from other countries that just click to like whatever, and then just perverts, whatever. But I've done it for 6 months now, and I went from 470 something followers, and I'm at 4,500 followers now. So it's pretty crazy, and a lot of them are through what I targeted. But okay, so I use the daily one, and then I also use the coach tracker, which I write my past prospects on here that I haven't heard from or that have said no, because sometimes they'll say yes in the future. And then I put new ones on here. So I've already started like July's new prospects. Then I use the weekly tracker. So like the weekly, every week you need to have 3 direct posts about coaching. 3 direct, not indirect. Then you need to have, can I see that, please? You need to have 3 posts about your story. You need to listen to the National Wake Up Call, attend a team call, and have a one-on-one with your personal sponsored coach. So it's every single week. So that's just what I've been following. And then Teamzy, I like it and then I don't. You know, I don't use my computer a whole lot, and it takes a lot for me to get on my computer without her trying to touch it. So, you know, I'm always on my phone using it. So that's just kind of what has helped me, just having it on paper so I can come home from my day at work and be like, okay, I've done this, 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 and then I did this.
I love how Sarah's so organized. It's insane.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm not this organized. So Teamzy does help in that way. So I have been starting to categorize people. When I started out, I loaded over 1,200 people onto Teamzy, and I couldn't rate them all. I had no time to rate them all. So I finally just started going through and connecting with them and then just rating them based off that. And so that's how I started. So I do like it. And it's also, like Misty had said, it helps you get rid of people that you don't want to be friends with. It does. It does. It seriously does. Like,
well, that's big. That's big. Like, the beauty about this business is we get to pick and choose who we want to work with.
Exactly. I looked at some profiles that, like, Teamzy first suggested to me, and I said, oh, hell no. Why am I friends with this person? Where did this come from? I should know. Hi, Felicia. Yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing. I mean, this tricep thing worked. I mean, I had 2 personally sponsored coaches. One I put through the Tribe Vibe Academy, and one I put through the Sarah Triceps new coach training. And I keep asking them about it, but one totally dropped off and canceled, and the other one can't afford it right now. So I'm gonna keep trying.
Gotta keep recruiting. I know it's the answer
Keep
that
trying.
we don't hear, but you just gotta keep recruiting.
The best advice I got, though, is Judd asked me one day it was just a call. Nobody came on. It was just me and him. We just kept talking. He's like, you know what? I bet you if you posted as much as you do about your challenge groups, if you posted as much as about coaching as you do your challenge groups, then you will get more of a response,
right.
Which is true.
Yeah, I'm even guilty of that. I post way more about challenge groups than I do about.
But when I was posting more about, like, when I was truly following this whole, and I did it through the whole 60 days, it was non-negotiable for me. I had to do it. So when I did the whole 60 days, you could see the results. You could see that it really, truly worked. I really could have hit diamond. I really almost did hit diamond, you know? So it was, and then I just kind of
stopped.
I lost the big mo. If you've read The Compound Effect, you lost the big mo.
Don't lose mo.
I know. That's what I'm reading right now. That's what I listen to on my 45-minute way to drive to work.
Cool. Thank you. We the TNL call is about to start, but Misty, do you want to touch really quick on anything extra about Teamzy and also the new group we're going to start for the Facebook folks?
Paige, do you know that there's a Teamzy app so you can do it on your phone?
Yeah, but if I find it a little difficult to navigate. It's not necessarily an app yet. It's through the Safari.
Okay, gotcha. I just didn't know if you knew about that. I don't ever use it on the mobile. The biggest thing I love about Teamzy is just that. So I have, friends on Facebook, but when it was time to actually go figure out who to connect to, it took me so long to kind of weed through and go, should I go to that one? Should I go to that one? No, I don't feel like that one. This one, it just like, this is the person, do it. And so you just, whether you want to send them a private message or actually just kind of go through their Facebook and actually comment and like and show some interaction that way. I've done that as far as my connections, but anyways, Teamzy has just helped me stay organized. And I love that you can tag people so that if they were in a challenge group, you can write challenge group, or if they had 21 day fixed, you can put that in there.
Well, so you can put any notes.
Yeah, and your notes and your activity and all that stuff. So it's kind of nice that way. But I'm excited for all the new improvements they'll eventually have there. So And then the only thing I wanted to say is I saw on another team call that the team has a separate group that they share amazing posts, whether they see it from another coach and they tag it into this group page and then tag it under a certain album. So we could have an album set up for coaching opportunity posts, and everyone would just share all the pictures and the post. And then if you needed some inspiration, you could go in there and find something that resonates with you, tweak it, and then make it your own. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then especially for new coaches where they're just really lost in what to say and how to do it and what sounds good, and they're just so hesitant on their first couple things. So having that as a guide that they can look for inspiration.
I even like it for me. I'm like, oh, I wrote a badass post about such and such, and then I'm like, where is it? You know?
Yeah, and then you can go back and use it again and again and again.
Well, that's what I do through my notes on my iPhone. I follow like probably the top 100 coaches in Beachbody, and I just kind of look at their different posts and their opportunity posts, and I'll copy and paste it into my notes little app on my phone, and then I'll tweak it with my words and just kind of make it my own. And then I'll use
a lot of content.
I have like 60 different ones, and so that way when I'm at work, I can pick something to where I can still post about and be active even though I'm not working out. Or I'm not, I'm at work, but I'm still posting, and it's relatable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'll set that up, but let's get on this other call.
Yeah.
Picture really quick. Hold on, everybody, smile pretty.
Let me get Ronald in here.
I'll get Ronald in there. I fucking hate that thing.
Creeper.
Okay, let me see if I remember. 1, 2, 3. I did it the first time.
All right.
I love you guys.
Ronald says bye.
Bye, Ronald, you creepy fuck. Bye. See you on TNL. Oh, stop recording, I mean.